Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about this one. This one's gonna get a lot of things. It's gonna get the Recaro Podiums. He's also gonna get these. He's getting an oil cooler, fuel lines, brake cooling, brake pads. And he's actually also gonna get different wheels from Weds TC-105X, but we don't have them right now. So hopefully they are coming in time. If not, then that's it. He's also gonna get some other stuff that's for the seats. So it's gonna be a big upgrade, and that's gonna be a lot of fun also to drive. Hopefully he's gonna enjoy it. He's also gonna get the Canchecked some lithium battery, the same as we have, which does a pretty fantastic job, especially for the price. Unfortunately, we can't do anything power-wise to it because the HTS downpipe isn't available at the moment. We can't map it at the moment, so he's gonna have stock power, but with all the upgrades, and he's gonna get an alignment as well, because he's gonna get to the racetrack in 2 weeks. And yeah, so hopefully everything is here in time. He's also gonna get a 6-point harness with the seats, and not a roll bar, but a seat belt bar instead of the rear seats. But that's also not here at the moment, so yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a fully street legal build, like most of you wished. Everything for you guys. No, it's just a big coincidence that we have right now the first Gen 2. No, it's not the first, it's the third or fourth Gen 2, but the first one with a big upgrade, and everything's gonna be street legal, including the seats and everything. So I'd say let's go and build a proper car. So we are here at the new Gen 2, and let's have a close look at what's been done so far. For now, it's our oil cooler kit that also works very well. As you can see on the right side right here, and on the left side right here, there's 2 additional coolers. One's for the automatic gearbox, and the other one's for additional cooling fluid, water fluid. Don't know the word, but yeah. Then you got some other stuff like that. The intake is a little bit different than the previous one. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Down here, I don't know if you can see that, this one's now also aluminum, and also the end tanks of the intercooler are aluminum as well. And behind here you can see the water spray system don't know if you can see it, it's back here behind the water cooler. That still works even with our cooler, so that's also pretty neat if you need that to have. One thing I really do like is how they vent the coolers, the additional ones. As you can see, air is flowing right in here through the cooler, and then it gets vented down here and right in front of the wheel. So it's not going into the wheel arch. One of the biggest issues with venting hot air into the wheel arch is the faster you go, the more air you get into the wheel arch, and it starts to lift the car up. It starts to create lift at the front. When you check, there were some datas back in the day when the 991 GT3 and the GT3 RS, the Mark 1s, came out. And the front end downforce, because the Porsche also vents the coolers into the wheel arch, so it starts blowing up the wheel arch. And with the GT3 RS 991.1, I think it is, GT3 RS, they first started with these little vents behind the wheel in the fenders, and they tripled the downforce at the front just with having the air getting out much better. So if you don't have the air inside the wheel arch, that's very good for aerodynamic reasons. The venting of the coolers could be better if it would go straight through and not in an angle out, but I think it's pretty neat what they've done. And also, that's most likely one of the reasons they cut back this part right here pretty much, so air can exit quite easily. And another thing, the top has now 3 bolts instead of a centered one like the last one, so that's basically the biggest difference. Oh, and ECU wise, I just came back from Acme and we talked a little bit. Syvex is gonna most likely make a new version of their ECU for the Mark II, but the issues is with some CAN bus protocols. They are different from the first one, and so they need to figure that out and make a complete new one. And most likely they only gonna bring one for the stick shift, because the automatic gearbox has the ECU for the automatic also in there, and I don't think they're gonna mess with that. So I'll be pretty curious if they come up with a solution for that, but for now we got if Syvex brings something, then it's gonna be for the stick shift, at least in the first part. So then let's talk about the most gorgeous part.
Oh God, it's so good. So good. So good and tasty.
Right now, the podiums, they are very, very impressive seats, obviously. And I'm gonna show them to you when it's easier, or when they're completely finished, and when we have the car outside, so that's much easier then. Now, what does this car get as well? For example, it gets a roll, or not a roll bar, it gets a strut for the seat belts, which is gonna attach here and over there, and then you can loop them around there, so that's then much easier. And also it's gonna be it's gonna get some loops that are attached, or that's gonna attach the rear seats, so you can keep them as well. Then obviously here are the lines, the cooler kit and everything that's gonna get installed. Then we have brake pads, and there are the other ones. Yeah, that's what this car is gonna get, and also some additional parts which are still in my workshop. It's a cool car, and you're gonna see it fully finished, and we're gonna make a test drive when it's finished, and this is gonna get pretty nicely. So, Thomas is finished with the car, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the seats. They are gorgeous. And I'm gonna show you some details. Oh, by the way, the wheels, 9 by 18, offset of 45 and 235 for the 18s, and it just looks great. A little bit more meaty than stock, but I actually love that. So I'm gonna show you some details also with the seat belt. Let's head right in. Just so you know, that's not FIA complaint, that has to go back in here. The reason we haven't finished that yet is because the client is gonna take the car in a couple of minutes, and he's a lot taller than me, and to set the seat belts perfectly for him, we haven't finished that yet, because so it's much easier to have it finished and set them up for him. And so that's why we haven't finished it yet. We're gonna set it up especially for him, and when that's done, we're gonna loop them back and then roll them up and put some zip tie through it so it looks clean. The new Canchecked also fits in there very, very nicely, and the seats, they are, yeah, love them. So, I didn't show you this. These are our titanium nuts right here. They are much, much lighter than stock, but they don't work on stock wheels. We have also titanium nuts that work with stock wheels. I don't know if I showed you that yet, but we do have them. He got wheels, brake pads, brake lines, the tires, of course, are oil cooler kit, the seats, the seat belts, the strut for the seat belts, the Canchecked, and yeah, I think that's it. A lot of stuff. Car was here for a couple of days, and we also did setup, obviously. So he got a lot more camber. Camber bolts. Yeah, he got about 2.5 degrees of camber, which is perfectly for street and track. He's not gonna track it too hard, but he's gonna, or I don't know yet, but he's gonna track it at a slalom event. I don't know, autocross is that in English? I love it. I really, really love the car. It's what would look nicely, because if you look from here, it's quite high. Now it's even higher, obviously, with the tires, but it would do great with suspension. I suggest Öhlins, obviously. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.